Hello, this is our critical review presentation of qualitative article. My name is Ken,
My name is Jocelyn.
and for our article, we chose the use of service dogs as an adaptive strategy, a qualitative study.
It was written by Mary Michelle Kim. And the purpose of this study is to determine the use of service dog for people with physical disabilities and their experience. The researchers hope to provide a reliable source to increase information available for occupational therapists to use these adaptive strategies. Research questions mentioned in this study is to find the effectiveness of service dogs in promoting independence in occupational performance for individuals with physical disabilities. And there was 4 key points mentioned in the study, including how effective are the service dogs used as adaptive strategies to improve independence. Secondly, what are the benefits of the service provide for the owner, and what are the drawbacks in having the service dog? And lastly, what is the relationship between the owner and the service dog? The sample size of the study is small. There was only 5 participants. First of all, we have Jason, who is 39 years old, male with T5 spinal cord injury. Sina, 39 years old, female with cerebral palsy and lupus. And we have Brian, 45 years old, male with muscular dystrophy with T5 spinal cord injury. And Megan, who is 52 years old, female with rheumatoid arthritis and spinal bifida. And lastly, we have John, who is a 32 years old student male with C1 spinal cord injury. And for this study, the researcher using ethnographic approach, and there was 5 service dog owners with their assistive dogs who were observed and interviewed for on multiple occasions. So how the data was collected? It was collected through observations and interviews in the participants' home or during their outings. The participant was interviewed for about an hour, 2 to 3 times during the studies, and they was also audio tape. The researchers also recorded her observations in the written notes. She's videotaped the interactions between the service dog and their owners when they were assisting them in the functional tasks.
So for interpretation, there was non-numerical unstructured data, indexing, searching, and theorizing software, Nudist, and a semantic network were used to analyze interviews, note contents, and observations. For the study, data was recorded repeatedly with Nudist and by hand as a means of triangulation. Videotapes of the service dogs and their owners were analyzed using the concepts identified from the interviews as another means of triangulating data sources. The participants and assistive technology specialized OT discussed and clarified the understanding about the emerging concepts found in the study.
So from the study, we found that service dog were used as adaptive strategies to improve the participant in their daily activities, including functional mobility, in transferring, in walking, so the dogs also help them to retrieve objects that they drop on the floor. the dog opened the door for them in school or just outing setting, and also they help in energy conservations. The service dog increased the participations in sport events, doing laundry, other ADLs such as making beds, and also improve the participations of the participant in school and community services. Overall, the benefits of service dog ownership was mentioned are improved social participations, skill development, increased independence, and the dog also bring them joy, security, improved self-esteem, and companionship. According to the participant, the dog helped them in expressing emotions appropriately, improve community interactions, social participations. The dogs become their friends, bring them joys and love and support, and they interact with each other at home or outside. And also some of the drawback that found in from the study are it's expensive to taking care of the dog, and it's the responsibility to maintain their health, and it's also time consuming, and it take time to integrate a service dog into the owner life and daily routines.
So how did researchers enhance the rigor of the study? Well, as Jocelyn mentioned, they used the ethnographic approach, which was interviewing the participants. There was credibility in the study because there's varying amount of experiences between service dog owners, and there was dependability and transferability because the research was clearly documented due to the videotapes and the records. So for this study, I felt that they could have used a bigger sample size. What they did good on was there was an emphasis on nominating persons of age, gender, ethnicity, disability, and time. They also chose participants based on Crafting's guidelines. Participants were also given written consent, and they were accurate preferences.
So from the study, we found that the strength were the researcher actually attended a 12-month service dog training program before conducting this study. She spent about 150 hours to learn about the service dog and the experience from the healthcare workers, from the owners, from dog trainers, and other service dog educators. The study identified both benefits and difficulties in owning service dogs. As Ken mentioned, some of the weaknesses that we found from the study, including is only have 5 participants, so it's a really small sample size, and possibility of bias as the participants were actually nominated by the directors of the Service Dog Resource Center, who promotes information on the use of these strategies. And we found out that all the participants were Europeans, Americans from the age of 32 to 52, so it's narrow age range, and their experience may not be very sensitive for all of the other service dog owners. Other clinical implications we found from the study is the participant reported their service dog enhanced their community participations, independence, social interactions with other people. They actually improve the personal skill development. Um, Also, service dogs could be classified to use in OT setting as a potential strategy. So as OT, we should consider these strategies if it's appropriate for the client in their skill interventions. And for future research, there is need to test the cost effectiveness of owning a service dog, because it's so expensive to own dog, and it's also time consuming, and we might need a bigger size of sample, including the service dog and other individuals with physical disabilities, and there may be individual differences in how the service dog affect their psychosocial health.
So in relations to the biopsychosocial model, the biological part of this study was the participants' physical disability, age, and gender. For the psychological part, the guide dogs help participants. It gave them joy and happiness, and it helped them with energy conservation. For the social part, guide dogs help participants get back to hanging out with people again, and it helped them resume the participation of physical activities, and it helped participants become more independent. And here are our references. Thank you.